Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. The last 48 hours or so have been fairly wild in terms of price action in the world of crypto, and so at this point, not surprisingly, everybody's wondering what's going to be the next move. Do we actually need to worry about Bitcoin breaking down further? Is it going to go into the $20-something thousand region? Or is it just going to melt faces and rip to the upside? Well, I'm going to share with you perspective from some of the most well-respected analysts in the world of crypto out there, and I will just tell you, after sharing, looking at perspective from a ton of various chart analysts out there, I'll just tell you this, the outside, most people, most of these analysts do think that what's most probable is we are going to be seeing a big move to the upside, with Bitcoin in short order blasting above $40,000. I'm not seeing a whole lot of bearish perspective out there. In fact, one of the most bearish perspectives I could find is that we're going to see a move to the upside, but it might not be until like the beginning of next year, which is, you know, a month and a half away. So we'll see what happens here. And also there's an XRP chart analyst who says that, quote, XRP is close to a parabolic move, end quote, and he is expecting in short order for XRP to be above the $1 mark. So we'll see what happens here, folks. So anyway, just a quick video update sharing with you perspective from various analysts having to do with price in the world of crypto. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, XRP is at 62 cents, Bitcoin's at 36,491 bucks. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, despite this not always so fun volatility over the last 48 hours, still at 63 out of 100, so the market is in greed. And in fact, here, just for the fun of it, let me put up this is just a 7-day chart for Bitcoin. Look at, you can see it just out of nowhere, seemingly anyway, just plummeted. The price just plummeted. And then you check back a little bit later, and it just rocketed back to the top, almost up to $38,000. And then the price of Bitcoin is like, no, just kidding. And then it went right back on down to what? 35,894, somewhere there about anyway. And then it's up a bit since then and kind of seemingly moving sideways for the. And of course, this is the world of crypto. If you've been here more than 5 seconds, you're aware that this is just, at times, par for the course. But it does get people in a frenzy, and it makes you wonder what is going to happen next. Well, here is a post from my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Blockchain Backer. This is just from this afternoon. He wrote, "The moment of truth," and shared 2 charts with a formation that looks the same in both. One is unfolding right now, and these are both Bitcoin USD charts. So one's unfolding right now, and seeing how it's pretty well repeating what happened with the chart formation in the bottom from a couple years ago. What do you think is probable? Well, if this continues to unfold the way that it's been going, we're going to see a dramatic blast to the upside. And I will tell you that the Blockchain Backer, he's been in full bull mode for quite a while, even when it wasn't popular to do so. Then there was also this from chart analyst Kaleo, who wrote, Bitcoin. This is another Bitcoin USD chart. He said, "We're just shaking out bulls with no conviction and trapping a few more bears before the send to $40,000. And so it's another analyst that thinks that we're going to be seeing a rip to the upside. 605,500 followers, so one of the most popular analysts in the world of crypto out there. Then we have chart analyst Credible Crypto with his 352,100 followers on social media platform X. And he shared this chart. Now, this one was from just this afternoon, and he was noting at that moment in time that there was some downside price action he had been warning about in a video literally last night, and we hit that target. And so he had another update. He said another small update here, and this is from 8 p.m. Central Time, so just within the last couple hours. And he wrote the following. A small update here. Open interest continues to fall as prices grinding up, indicating shorts being forced to cover due to an unrelenting spot bid. Thanks, Coinbase. Funding remains low. This looks like a nice reset, and I think we are just about ready to go. It's possible we revisit the local lows again, or we could just reverse straight from here. Either way, I think this flush accomplished its goal, and we are ready to continue our journey up to $40,000 plus very soon. Bitcoin. Yeah, and I certainly hope so, because he's one of the analysts out there who has been made it very public that he believes that we are going to be hitting a new all-time high for Bitcoin this year, and damn it, I hope he's right. We'll see what happens, because there's not that much time left in 2023. But price, it really, things can happen very quickly in crypto. Really, really fast. Then there was also this from a chart analyst, Income Sharks, 446,000 followers. And, this is not a bearish post. And it's the most bearish thing I can share with you from these analysts here, which, that's fine. I will take this. Here's the chart, just the crypto total market cap. And he wrote the following, #crypto. Looks like we are still heading back down with total market cap. Doesn't mean sell everything. It just means we'll see money rotating before hopefully the next leg up in 2024. Crypto winter always has a way of ruining the fun. Maybe for some people, though, I'll tell you, even in the bear markets, I'm still having a good old-fashioned blasty blast because I understand that the pullbacks, although they devastate people, and they bring down my net worth too, fine, but I don't give a damn because I know we're going to keep trending to the upside. And it's just an opportunity. I've treated those instances as opportunities to just top off my bags at lower price. It's not exactly that bad. And then there was this from XRP chart analyst Dark Defender. And this is one of the analysts I was referencing at the outset of the video having to do with XRP parabolic price move. So I don't mind hearing that. Check this out. He wrote, morning all, XRP wicked to 60 cents and stayed above our support we discussed and called important, which is 61.31 cents. So number one, we said the horizontal move is between 66 cents and 61 cents. Number two, we discussed the latter, 61 cents is important. And number three, we expected a move towards 73 cents on 13th of the 11th. All of them are actualized. Whether because of the BlackRock news or not, we had the same scenario happen. Yeah, and so I think regarding the BlackRock news, I mean, there's no way to deny that's what caused it. When XRP ran up to whatever it was, I saw it as high as 74 cents. There are some outlets reporting that XRP actually at 75 cents, but I think it just depends on where you're pulling your data from. We're splitting hairs at that point. So yes, XRP rocketed up that high, and so credit where he called it in the charts. But this is one of those few instances where I will acknowledge, just because it's true, like this was a news-based event and ended up being fake news. So the price corrected very quickly. But anyway, he then said, number four, we also said that on the 19th of the 11th, XRP can touch 87 cents. We have foreseen the correction with wave 4, and we set the boundaries 66 cents through 61 cents for this. And so I'll just pause to note, it may be the case, because I've seen analysts have this type of perspective before, where like whether you want to say it's a news event or not, and the price just goes where they were calling it for, they're saying that even if that weren't technically the reason, that it's just something that needed to happen, they see it in the charts, they think that's what's going to happen anyway, so maybe that would be the rationale for it. And then he says, and this is the best part, and we set the targets after correction to touch 87 cents to $1.05 in the very short term, not financial advice. XRP is close to a parabolic move. Cheers. Well, let's see, folks. I mean, there's some people that think this is going to happen sooner than later, and most do seem to think that. And it's actually, we're at a point where, honestly, it's hard to find analysts who think that what's most likely is some sort of dramatic correction to the downside. I'm just telling you, take it for what it's worth. Nothing's guaranteed. But if you're looking for peace of mind, just walk away knowing that. It's hard to find the perspective that this is actually going to be, from here on out, just a break to the downside. We are in bull mode here. And then there's also this perspective from Greg Crypto, and he wrote, hashtag XRP 4-hour analysis. Should XRP breach the 66 cent mark and sustain confirmatory candle closures, it could indicate the conclusion of the downward trend for this phase. However, if it faces rejection, a more substantial retracement might follow. And so those are in the morning hours of today. So we'll see what happens here. But he had noted even before this most recent pullback, if memory serves anyway, that there was, in theory, a possibility that XRP could correct downward to, I can't remember exactly what the price is, but I think he might have said mid 50-something cent region. But that would just be testing what used to be resistance now as support, and then a continuation to the upside. So he's still mega bullish on XRP, unquestionably here. So we'll see what happens. But, this is why, and I'll say this too. For someone like me, like even if we did, even if they're all wrong, we just see this break to the downside. For someone like me, it doesn't matter because I am more patient than any other speculator out there. I will, when I buy stuff, I will just hold. And since I only buy what I'm willing to, lose in case, only spend what I'm willing to lose in case I'm wrong about all this stuff, I sleep easy at night. But I have high conviction for so many reasons. But markets always pop back up. It's always the end of the world until you let enough time pass, and then you see it wasn't actually the end of the world, and it's not like this asset class is just going to cease to exist. Humans just always have these reactions, whether you're talking about, just the emotional response with speculation when it gets a little wild, even in equities, which is tamed by crypto standards, of course. But even when you had the 2008 financial collapse, it's the end of the world, and people were panic selling, deciding that they couldn't even retire anymore, which is the exact wrong time to sell. With the benefit of hindsight, you can see that. And so what lesson does that teach us? It's very clear that just waiting stuff out, it's why it's things, when it comes to investing in crypto, it's not like there's not complexities, and I'm not saying there's not risk, but in some ways people do make it out to be more complex than it actually is. Like I'm a simple individual here. I am not a financial guru. I'm just a regular dude just like you. And my crypto is worth way more than when I bought it because I've now been in 6 years. And the crypto I bought more recently, I'm down on some of that. Is that a surprise? It's all about mindset though, folks. And so even though this has been a more ridiculous journey than I ever could have possibly imagined, thank you SEC for absolutely nothing, I still believe that it's a virtual certainty. XRP will be hitting a new all-time high at some point and entering price discovery. I just don't pretend to know when that will be. And I firmly believe, of course, it would have happened if not for the SEC jumping in, a few years back. But we don't get to choose that, and it's still coming. This asset class is going to be way, way, way bigger. There will be individual cryptocurrencies with multi-trillion-dollar market caps, and I don't see a reason XRP couldn't be one of those coins. I mean, it's the best cryptocurrency in existence for general payments applications. It just works, folks. I think that you'll increasingly see that appreciated as time passes. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because if anything I say are right, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!